Today we have the NAPA Fleet FTC25506 upper and the FTC25532 lower ball joints that fit the Ram 2500 and 3500 from 2024 to 2014. NAPA Fleet ball joints are built to deliver extreme performance in high-usage commercial vehicles with greaseable sintered bearings for extra durability and included hardware and installation aids. In preparation, be sure you have all the proper tools. Most importantly, a ball joint press with the correct adapters and cups for the job, as well as a calibrated torque wrench, a ball joint and tie rod separator, and all the proper PPE to keep you safe. To begin, properly lift and support the vehicle. Remove the wheel. Remove the brake caliper and securely hang it so there is no tension on the hose. Remove the caliper bracket and brake pads. Remove the brake rotor. Remove the tie rod or drag link end from the steering knuckle arm and suspend it. If equipped, remove the hub nut from the axle shaft. Next, remove the 3 bolts holding the brake rotor splash shield, then remove the shield. Loosen the 4 bolts on the hub and bearing assembly, then remove the assembly. Then, remove the axle shaft from the axle housing. Loosen the upper ball joint nut. Remove the lower ball joint nut. Use a press tool to free the lower ball joint. Remove the upper ball joint nut, then remove the steering knuckle. The lower ball joints feature low-profile grease fittings and come with a special grease gun adapter. Prepare to install the lower ball joint by marking the axle housing in the intended location of the grease fitting, as shown here. Now select the proper cups and adapters for the upper ball joint. Assemble the ball joint press and remove the upper ball joint. Next, assemble the press tool for the lower ball joint and press it out. Use emery cloth and cleaning discs to remove rust and corrosion from the bores and surfaces of the axle housing. The lower ball joint comes with a special installation adapter designed to work with a wider variety of ball joint press tools. Place the adapter on the ball joint. Position the joint so that the grease fitting is aligned with the mark on the steering knuckle. Install the ball joint press, and rotate the pressing screw to install the joint in the knuckle. Work slowly at first to make sure the ball joint is not crooked or misaligned as it is pressed into the knuckle. Continue to press it in until it is fully seated. Now install the upper ball joint. Note that it features both a sliding and a swing movement between the stud and the housing to compensate for variation in the axle assembly. Prepare the press tool with the proper adapters and install the upper ball joint. Then install the grease fitting on the upper ball joint. Before installing the steering knuckle, inspect it closely for any signs of damage or wear. Clean and inspect the ball joint tapered bores for out of roundness. Clean the tie rod, ball joint, wheel hub, and brake caliper mounting ears, and apply a thin layer of grease on the ball joint mounting ears to allow the new ball joint boots to slide against this surface. Now install the steering knuckle onto the axle housing. Install the upper ball joint castle nut to hold the knuckle in place. Then install and torque the lower ball joint nut to the initial torque of 35 foot-pounds. Next, torque the upper ball joint castle nut to 70 foot-pounds. Then torque the lower ball joint nut to the final torque of 148 foot-pounds. If necessary, additionally tighten the upper ball joint castle nut just until the next opening aligns with the cotter pin hole. Then install the Easy Snap cotter pin. Note that an offset cotter pin is included that may be used if the cotter pin hole is below the slots in the castle nut. Make sure the axle housing sweeps freely through the full range of motion. Finally, complete reassembly of the vehicle in reverse of removal. Always follow the factory service manual for correct procedures and torque values.